right, looking at this first one. It's in words, it's a little different, okay? So, we're going to write this out. Should be talking. Thank you. Good talk. 7.2 is less. So we're going to write that. 7.2 is less or equal to the pH level. We're just going to call it P. Is less than or equal to 7.6. So we're less than again 2 equal to 7.6. You need to fix it, son. You come into class late every day. You need to fix it.
This wasn't my fault.
Stop talking. I know your sister was here, so I know better. Okay, so I took all this and I wrote it out into a problem. We've never seen a problem like this before, have we? What this means is there's a range in between these two. Okay? So the very first thing we do is we need to take this and we need to mirror it. Okay? Why do I need to mirror it? That's right. Yeah, we need the P in front to be able to graph it properly. So we're going to write that. P, it's open to the P, 7.2. Is this one okay?
Yes.
Yes. So it's two problems in one. It's this right here, and it's this right here. It's saying it's within this range. Okay? Understand?
Yeah.
Okay, from here we're going to go ahead and graph this out. So P is less than or equal to 7.2, or excuse me, greater. So we're going to have circle. Am I going to shade it in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shade it in. What about the next one? What is it?
7.6, but it's less than 8.
Yeah, it's less than. So we're going to do 7.6, we're going to shade it in. Now we're going to look at the directions that it's going. Look, this one's going this way, and this one's going this way. So here's the range. Any questions?
Let's go to the right. So our range is
We're done.
6.6 or 7.6.
It's less than, it's greater than. They're running into each other. It's a range between 7.2 and 7.6. Yeah. Are we good with this one? Padilla, come up here, please.
Yeah, in the front.
We're doing 2 problems in one.
Yeah, we have two graphs to point. It's saying in between this range and this range, but what's key here, the numbers first, so we have to mirror it to be able to graph it properly, and then we just go graph the two spots out.
Basically, we're just graphing.
Yes. Now, we are going to get into math, and we'll see that, in fact, in the next one. Okay, so this is how we tackle this problem right here. We're going to write two problems out. The first one is going to be 4 less than or equal to x plus 2. Write that down, please. Write it down. Okay, now over here we're going to write x plus 2 less than 8. Does everyone see what I did? X plus 2 is shared in this problem and it's shared in this problem. Okay? And we have to treat each problem separately in solving it. Well, you guys know how to solve this. We've done this. Right? So we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. This is going to become 2x, right? What do I need to do that at now? What? No. What do I need to do to it? What do we call it?
Mirror.
Yes, need to mirror it. So notice how it's open to the x. So x, open to the x2. We're done with this one. Second one's always easier because we're not having to mirror it. We're just having to solve it.
You know, we divide by 2. We're divide by neighborhood.
Stop talking. So we subtract 2. Now, if the negative 2 was in front of here and it was next to the x, yes. But this is actual subtraction. Because addition, subtraction. So we're going to go ahead and take care of this. 8 minus 2, 6. X. Okay? So we're done. Now we need to go graph it out. So x is less than, or excuse me, greater than 2, right? So circle, shade it in. The next one is 6, less than, shade it in. These are connecting up. Any questions?
No, it's easy actually.
Yes.
It's easier.
Let me see thumbs up or down on this, please. Go put it on my desk, please. Okay. All you're doing is plotting, okay? Look up for a minute. We have two sets of problems. This problem, this problem. Do you understand that part?
Yes.
Okay. From here we want to solve this. We need the x by itself. We're doing the opposite of plus 2. We're subtracting 2 by both sides, right? So 4 minus 2 is 2. We bring down the x. Then we have to mirror it because we need the variable up front. It's open to the x pointing to the 2. Do we understand this?
Yes.
Yes? Let me see thumbs up, please. Whether we get this or not. If you're not putting your thumb up, I can't tell. Okay?
Somewhat.
Okay, I don't know how else to say this. There's nothing to get. It's pretty straightforward. You have to make an effort and try. Okay, Jose, you see this problem right there? No, you don't? You don't see the problem?
I have eyes, of course I do.
Okay, amazing. See the x plus 2? What's the opposite of plus 2? Okay, we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. What's 4 subtracted by 2? Don't pop the gun, please.
That's what it was. It looked like a whole problem.
Okay, so 4 minus 2 is what? Okay, then we bring down the x, right? For us to be able to graph this, we need the x up front, okay? See, it's open to the x pointing to the 2. Rewrite it. Open to the x pointing to the 2. See that? This side, same exact thing. X plus 2 is less than or equal to 8. We subtract 2 from both sides. 8 minus 2 is 6. We're done with this problem. Okay?
We didn't have to mirror that one, right?
No, because the variable was already up front. Then we go graph this out. This is saying x is less than 2. Greater than or equal to 2. So we're going to 2. We're shading in the circle. We're going this direction. Right? Been doing that for a month. Now this one. We're going to 6. Closed circle, shaded in, going this way. We're done. Any questions on this? Okay, let me see it. Let me see thumbs up or down, please. Thank you. There's a couple of you I don't know how to help because you're not engaged. I'm literally telling you what to do, so I don't know what to do at this point. What do we want to do? You want to try to go over it again and plug in? Or am I going to see you next semester? Next semester.
Next year.
I'm going to go over it one more time. This is your chance to get it and understand it. This is not hard. We've done much harder stuff in here. So you want to plug in, you want to pay attention. 2 problems. We're going to write the problems out. Any questions on that? We understand that part? X plus 2 is being shared here, and it's being shared here. But it's 2 separate problems. Then we need to solve for the variable. We're going to subtract 2, we're going to subtract 2. This is going to be 2x. We need to rewrite this because we need the variable up front. It's open to the x. This one's done. Let me see if we got that, please. Let me see thumbs up or down, please, whether we have this. King? Okay, so I'm going to pause the video. We're going to make a phone call, and I'm going to have her check the video.
No, do it
Actually, that's a good idea. I'm going to go live feed and let her watch it.
Yeah, whatever you do.
I follow short, miss.
You watch Cousin Girl for it, son. Huh? You watch
Okay, we're live.
I don't know.
Okay, this example right here. Right, I need the x by itself. I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. So x, 8, 2, 6. Right? So both problems are done. Now all we have to do is graph them out. Tell me how to graph this out. Where do I go here? 2?
Yeah, 2. Fill it in.
Okay, and then what direction? Start
Right.
right or left?
Left.
Left. Okay. What about this one? 6. What's the circle? We're done with this one? Yep. Okay, 2. Let's go to 3.
I got a question, Peters.
Yes, go.
Is number 2 just in one question? Or is it one question or what? 'Cause I'm-
It's one question, but we have to separate them. The x plus 2 belongs to this, and it belongs to this. What this is saying is, all this, when answered, is less than, they're both less than each other, figuring out a range in between two of them.
So they're basically two different questions. But,
Yes, and that's why we separate them. This is one question, this is the second question, which all of these are the same way.
that's why I'm so confused. I don't understand it.
What's that?
I don't know if I can keep going, I can put two problems together.
Yep. All right, so let's work on this one now. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to split the problems, -5, 2x plus 3, and then 2x plus 3 greater than 9. Does everyone see what I did?
Yes.
We just separated the problems. Right? Okay, so now we can solve both of them, right? Because we've been doing this. How do I start this one?
Subtract 3 from both sides.
Yep, subtract 3, because I have the variable to one side, no variables to the other. Absolutely correct. So we're going to -3 on both sides. So that's going to be -5, -3, it's -8, 2x. Now how do I solve that?
Subtract 2.
No, not subtract.
Oh,
Yes, divide by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2. What's my answer? What do I need to do with that now?
mirror it.
Oh, yeah,
Very good. It's open to the x, pointing to the -4. Okay, that one's done.
By the 8 is better too, or
8.
not the one?
Oh, this 2x plus 3 is less than 9. Okay, we're going to go ahead and solve this. We're going to subtract 3 from both sides. Please stop. 9 minus 3 is 6. So now we're going to divide by 2. Divide by 2. X is less than 3. I have my 2 points to graph out, don't I? So, x, yep, x open circle on 3, going this way, right? The next one, -4, greater than, shaded in, solid circle, going this direction. We're done with this problem. Any questions on this?
No.
Good. Okay, something happens when we see this. Okay, Erica? When we see an or between two things, something different happens. You'll see when we start to work the math. So these problems are already separated. They're two separate problems. Okay? We're going to go solve it. This first one, what am I going to do? Yes, add 4 to both sides. Doesn't that take care of the problem? Yes, it already solves it. We have a, variable's already one side, 5. Right? This one, same thing, right? We're going to add 4 to both sides. This is going to cancel out. We're going to have a, 1. Right? 4 minus 3. Okay, now we're going to graph this. A is greater than 5, right? So we're going to go open circle, greater than 5. And then A is what?
Less than.
Less than. So we're going 1, and we're going this direction. Do you see what the or is?
Yeah.
When you see or, they're going separate directions. Not all the time, most of the time. Okay? Because these problems have something they're sharing in the middle, right? If it's sharing in the middle, it's going to collide. If they're separated, they don't have anything to share, right? Because They can't share any of this, otherwise it would be another one of these problems, right? Are we clear? Cool. So what do we think is going to happen on this one? Probably the same thing, right?
Most likely.
Yep. So we're going to go ahead and solve that one. How do I solve this right here? Yep. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. X is less than or equal to 3. Okay, this one. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. X is 4. Now we can graph them out, right? Okay, so x less than or equal to 3, right? So we're going to go to 3. We're going to shade in our circle. We're going to go this direction. Now this one happens to be 4, but they're still not touching, right?
Yeah.
So 4 greater, open circle, going this direction. That's done. So typically when you see or, you know they're going the opposite direction. So if you go to graph something out and they run into each other, you made a math error. Clear? Okay. All right, let's go to 6. Is this one already done for us?
Yeah.
Is this one already done for us?
Yeah.
We like those, huh?
You just graph all.
Yeah, just graph them.
I like going too.
Okay, so x is less than 3, right? So 3, shaded in, going less than. X greater than 4, open circle, going this direction. We're done?
Is it wrong side or?
Mister, does it matter if...
Not yet, we're almost done. We only have
One more.
one more to go.
Mister,
Yes.
does it matter if both of them go to the same side, but one is shaded in and...
Nope, it just all depends on what happens here. If one is less than or equal to, it's shaded in. If it's just a symbol, no equal to, it's open circle.
On number 7.
Yeah, but if they go the same way...
Isn't that one kind of done already?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we just need to graph it, right? Okay. We got 2 different things, right? Variables are facing to the left, so we're good there. So we're going to graph this one out. This one's going to be 0. It's greater than. It's shaded in, right? It's going this way. And then this one is 6. Open circle, going this way. So is this problem an and or an or? It's an or. I'll explain that later. You'll see it on the next section. So typically you're going to have equations, and it's going to give you 2 separate equations, and it's going to use the word and in it. And if it's and, they're going to run into each other. If it's or, they're going to run the other direction. Most of the time, unless you have a negative variable. See how this is or?
Yeah.
Pretty soon you're going to be seeing and. This would be and.
You put or.
Oh, sorry. You're right, I did.
I said and. You said no. You put or.
I just said no.
You're like, it's or.
Because it was you.
Because it was...
Okay, let's talk about the do now. Is it the do now from yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Piggy.
Hang on. Distributive property, solve. Graph it out. Distributive property, graph it out. This one's pretty easy, right? If you have one that's a true-false statement, you don't need to graph it out. Okay? How do you know? Your variables are the same. Aren't these variables going to go away?
Yeah.
Yes. What about this one? These variables going to go away? Yep. Got to do distributive property first. You're telling me, you're saying the statement after reading it. Is it a true statement?
Can you do the fractional?
I know you made.
That's the one we did. That's the one we did yesterday.
I know you made the last because you said the best for last.
Yeah, always. Yeah. Okay. Numbers on one side, variables on the both sides. Go ahead and solve it. Get the variable by itself. Okay. This one, I just changed the problem up a little bit. This is the same problem from yesterday. Right? We're going to, the first thing, we have numbers on one side, no numbers on this. We're going to subtract the 1/3 f over here, right? Luckily, the fractions are the same, so you're just going to go and subtract those, and then when it's all said and done, or excuse me, you're going to move, yeah, this one over, and then you're going to need to do what with that fraction to solve it when it's all said and done. You have a fraction in front of the variable. We've done it for an entire week. What's that called? Starts with an R. Yes, you're going to do the reciprocal to solve
The
it.
number 4 is that a 7? Or...
Yes. 2k plus 7.
How is your Russian, please?
It's because the 7...
Not yet.
The 7 is kind of like
The greater than less than. Okay, so you want to have your notes done, because that's what you should have been doing as we went through this. Go ahead and get your do now. Now flip over your notes for a second to go to your worksheet. I want you to cross out 11 and 12. I don't want you to do those two.